Hi, I'm James, the box office artist, and welcome to another edition of Q&A Saturday, and this is a lot of fun. It's my chance to answer all of your questions that you've left in the comments of any one of my videos, as well as respond to all of your comments on all of my videos. Okay, so I'll let you know right now, because of last week's video, it was really long, right? We're talking about 30 minutes, and I'll be honest with you too, I'm filming this a little later when I filmed my actual reaction. I was editing it and it was like 45 minutes long, and I know a lot of you can't sit through 45 minutes, so this is what we're going to do. This particular here on the main channel, I am just asking the in-depth questions, okay? I'm answering the in-depth questions, not asking, answering the in-depth questions I wanted to go into a little bit more, so that's what you're going to see right now. However, I do answer all of your comments. I'm talking about every single one of your comments on all of my videos up to this point here, Saturday morning. That will be on my second channel, youtube.com/JamesRays. That's where I will go over just the regular everyday comments, reading all your, great art, James, and, looks great, and all your funny comments. I read that over there. So if you want to read that, if I don't have, if you don't see me answering your question or comment in this particular video, go over to my James Rays, youtube.com/JamesRays. There you will see me answer every single one of the other comments over there. But for this particular video, this is for the more in-depth questions. This is going to be a lot of fun, so let's get to that right now. Rocket All the Time says, hey James, what happened to the podcast? I really enjoyed the first episode. I love listening to you and Jonathan talk about art. Great that you asked that question, because I will actually, the hope is tomorrow, Sunday, October 1st, I will be releasing the Box Office Artist podcast. It should be available on all podcasters, and that should be up tomorrow afternoon, and I will have a special video out on my channel once that releases. We'll call this a soft launch. We filmed 4 episodes, and tomorrow we're actually filming a whole bunch more tomorrow. The first 4 episodes are just with me and my partner Jonathan, and then the 4 will be more of a roundtable type thing. So we hope you guys will enjoy that. But that podcast is actually coming out tomorrow, so look for that. And then at the end of my every video, you're going to see me plug all the podcasts. So thank you for asking. It's coming out, and we are super, super excited about it. Something for all of you guys to listen to while you're drawing. If you're drawing, it's a nice thing to listen to, learn more about me. Hopefully I can entertain you and learn a little bit more about art as a business, so that'd be great. Cyan Bobrick says, I know you're trying to make your videos more enticing and have a happier tone by laughing, but maybe try to tone it down because it seems a little too much. This isn't a hate comment, just constructive criticism, but love your art and what you were doing. Now, nothing gets signed here. Actually, a bunch of people have asked me about the laughing, and just know, guys, it's not forced. If you know me personally, you know I laugh at every 2 seconds. That's it. So this laughing is me. It's not forced. Some people say, how does the guy laugh so much? How does this guy laugh so much? It's just me. It's just me. So it's just how I roll. So thank you for concern. I will watch that. I'll try not to inundate all my videos with laughing. So okay. Hurricane Kid 1000 says, hi there, I doubt you'll see this, but do you have a price list for your commissions? My kid would love a Transformers drawing. Thank you for asking. If you go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/TheBoxOfficeArtist, there I have all of my commission rates, okay? And, they range between $50 and $200. It all depends. It all depends on where you are in the world, too. Shipping is involved as well, okay? So just go to my Facebook page. I have all my prices there. Here's an interesting one. I'm going to answer this because a lot of people have asked me similar questions. So, James, can you help me do a comic series? Considering that you do comic book art, you should know some comic book plots. A guy called the Traveler, who gets his powers from Secret Wars event, somehow connected to the DC Marvel universes indirectly because they're supposed to be in the same multiverse because science. Okay, thank you, Legendary, for your question, and a couple things here, and I did reply to you, and we talked a tiny bit here, but I wanted to share because a lot of people have been asking me this. Now, first of all, for all of you asking me for help with your comic book series, I really don't have time to help you out, develop your series. As you know, I'm developing my own projects right now, so it'd be a conflict of interest, really, and and I don't take much professional freelance now. If I do, it would be from the major publishers right now. So that's why I probably can't help you. Also, your idea here, again, it's fun to do if you're only planning on doing this as a fan as a, you know, it's something to do like fan art. It's like fan art. So you want to draw a story related to characters Marvel's DCU, by all means, go for it, put it up online. And I understand you're a very, very young kid. I understand that. So yeah, go for it, have some fun doing it. But don't expect anything to come from it. Very, very rarely you could create a character not working for Marvel and DC and they would pick it up. Marvel and they'll actually pick it up. It never happens. I'll tell you that it never happens. So I would suggest, you know, do it for practice, do it for fun, but don't expect anything more from that because you'll probably be very disappointed. It's very rare you could create a character and outside of Marvel DC and think they would buy it from you, because they never do it. They never do it. The only time they will take a creator-owned project of yours and buy it from you is if you are actually working for them and you want to introduce that character while you are working for them. So just to clarify that, because I know there's a lot of young kids who don't know how the system works. So that's exactly why. So that's why I'm sharing your question, because it is a valid question for sure. So that's why. All right. Stuff says you have 1,000 subs for every 1 sub I have. Our sub differences continue to grow because you make some amazing content and you seem likable, which helps. Thank you, Stuff. I'm sure you're likable too. And just keep going with your channel. It will come. Don't be, you know, when you're just starting out with your channel, don't be, whenever someone starts out with a YouTube channel, and this is my advice for everybody who has a YouTube channel, especially when you're starting off, don't get too involved with the subs. Okay? Don't get too involved, always checking every 2 minutes who's subbing, because it's not going to be a lot. No matter what you do, it won't be a lot at the beginning. Unless your name is Jake Paul, or you already had a huge following to begin with. These things take time. These things take time. What I would look at is the interaction, people who comment, if commenting at all, and focus your effort on making better content as opposed to the actual sub number. And put stuff out consistently on at very least a weekly basis. And once you get down a weekly basis, if you want to add more, you can. But for the first year, at least for the first year, I wouldn't even worry about the sub count. Worry about sharing your videos on social media. Work on getting your content better. If people comment, work on, you know, trying to see if they have a point. Try to improve your channel. That will come. Subs will come eventually, as long as you are consistent and working hard at it. Okay, so keep working and good things will come. Cyan Bobrick says, hi, it's me again. I just wanted your opinion on starting to get into comic art after learning the fundamentals in drawing, and how would you go about doing so? Pretty simple. Start drawing comics, okay? The best way to learn something is to jump in, especially something like comic art. Jump in. Try to find a script online. I would suggest not making your own comic book. Okay, not starting out with the original characters. Go online. You could probably find hundreds of comic book scripts online. Go find one and start drawing it. When you find one, don't go out and try to look for that issue, how someone else drew it. No, take that comic script, start drawing comics. Jim Lee drew comic books for himself for 1 year. 1 year. Getting out of bed, drew every day for 12 hours before he even sent anything to Marvel. Okay, so you won't be able to do anything unless you practice, so that would be my suggestion for you. Okay, you'll learn the fundamentals, great, but nothing beats actually drawing comics. So keep drawing, okay? Draw and draw a lot. Okay, so J-Lord, the biggest thing when it comes to drawing likenesses, and I'll probably do a tutorial on that. First of all, you have to really understand how their face works. Okay, so I wouldn't look at just one photo of a person when you're trying to get a likeness. Don't look at just one. Look at multitudes of pictures, okay? Like Google, you can find so many pictures. Don't look at just what the angle you just want to draw. Look at the side. Look at the top. So that you could actually really figure out in 3D what their face looks like. Knowing that, how actual long their nose is, how wide, how round. All of that will really, really help you as you try to draw someone's likeness. I also suggest when you're just starting out, trying to draw somebody's likeness, when you're using a photo, try to do one-to-one. Okay, when I say one-to-one, try to have the picture. If you have an iPad or a phone, try to start drawing at one-to-one so that the photo is almost the same size as your actual drawing, so that you could actually judge sizes. Try to analyze how wide apart the eyes is, the nose is. You notice how artists, whenever they're looking at, like, for example, life drawing, or they have a person sitting there, they'll do this with a pen. They'll do this. They'll do this. What they're doing, they're actually measuring and comparing like how far their eyes are from how long their nose is, you know, that kind of thing. Measuring, you know, distances between the faces and understanding distances. Trying to do that will help a lot. I'll do a more in-depth tutorial about how to do likenesses in a separate video, but just out of the blue, you know, just very briefly, that's how I would get into it, okay? Codris Kluter says, both of you guys did such an amazing job. Quick question that I'm sure you answered a dozen of times. Sorry, James. Why did you decide to call yourself the Box Office Artist? How'd you choose that name? Just wondering. Thanks, and great video as always. That's a great question, and I did answer this before, but I will answer to you because I have a lot of new subscribers. Box Office Artist, and I know now it kind of sounds a little arrogant, but let me tell you why. When I started my channel, it wasn't going to be a straight art channel. I was going to be doing movie previews. Okay, movie previews and potentially movie reviews. Like I'm a big fan of Schmoes Know, big fan of Collider. At that time, I was a big fan of AMC, Movie Talk, and you know, and all those different movie reviewers. So I was trying to actually make a movie reviewer channel, but trying to do it in a different way. So if you look at my first videos, I'm trying to preview upcoming videos. So if you check out my Iron Man preview, my Star Trek Into Darkness preview, this was back in 2013. That's what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to be an art channel. So I would preview the movies. Give my thoughts on them while drawing it. That was the whole point of this channel. And then I would reveal the drawing at the end. Now, I wasn't consistent. I'm sure it would have taken off, but in all honesty too, I'm not a movie reviewer. I don't review movies, nor would I consider myself a film buff or expert. So after a while, I considered myself, I wouldn't say a fraud, but it wasn't 100% me, right? Now, I love movies, don't get me wrong, I love movies, but I think to be a movie reviewer, you need to be someone who really, really loves movies to that degree, and I wasn't that guy. I love movies, but not that much to where it's my life. So then I started transitioning more into what it is today in our channel. So the reason I called it Box Office Artist was because of that movie connection. I was thinking of anything from Movie J. We were thinking about, hey, it's Movie J. But I still thought Box Office Artist because I thought it sounded cool. And that's why, because it was a connection to movies. That's why I chose that name. And after all these years, you know, 4 years now, I could change my whole title, but all my branding is Box Office Artist. So why don't you guys let me know, should I change my name to maybe James Ray's Art or just James Ray's? I would love to know your thoughts on that. Or should I just keep it Box Office Artist, because I am known around the internet as the Box Office Artist now. So should I change it to me? So I would love to know that, so maybe you guys could let me know, okay? Art Naza says, love how you're doing voiceovers. By the way, what microphone do you use, and what setting do you have it on? I am using here, if you can see right here, this is a Blue Snowball. Okay, so this is a little cheaper version of the same company makes the Yeti. The Yeti's a much better microphone, but I just decided to get this. It cost me 50 bucks, might be cheaper where you are. So, and what setting do I, honestly, I just plug it into OBS, whatever settings there. I just try to watch the levels to make sure I'm not peaking, so. I could use a pop filter though, because I use a lot of P's. They go, I can't beatbox. There you go. Thank you for watching Q&A Saturdays. Again, if I missed your comment, if you didn't see me answer a question there, most likely I answered it or responded to it on my second channel, youtube.com/JamesRays. Go over there right now. So Q&A Saturdays Part 2 on my second channel, youtube.com/JamesRays. But thank you for watching. Get ready for Inktober, which is starting tomorrow. Can't wait for it. You guys are the best. Please continue to follow me on all social media, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram @BoxOfficeArtist, Facebook.com/TheBoxOfficeArtist, Twitch.tv/BoxOfficeArtist. And my name is James. I am the Box Office Artist. I'm here to say keep drawing, and I'll see you all tomorrow.